Hello chess friends, this is a game between Grandmaster Rauf Mamedov and Jan Nepomniachtchi. This game was played on the World Team Championship in the match between Russia and Azerbaijan. It starts with e4, c5, knight to f3, d6, and here Rauf decided to refuse the main line of the Sicilian and he goes with the bishop to b5, check. So knight d7 and c3. Basically, idea of the move c3 is to support the d pawn from d2 to go on d4 and create a strong center in cooperation with e pawn. Knight gf6, queen e2, defense pawn on e4, a6, and right now this bishop on the b5 square is under attack. So white need to do something with that bishop, and let's see what he can do. He can go back on the square c4, on the square d3, take the knight here, or go back on a4. If he goes back on c4, then black can play a tempo move, go with b5, and that bishop will be attacked once again. Instead of that, he can go with the bishop back on d3, which looks very passive, and he's defending pawn on e4. Or he can take on d7 and trade good bishop for this knight. But here Rauf decided to go back with the bishop on a4, and after move b5 he played bishop to c2. This is very safe position for this bishop, and right now he's preparing for the future activity using the b1 h7 diagonal, so he can attack something here in the future. Bishop b7 was played, after that d4, and right here white looks very active with these two pawns in the middle of the board. So g6, black is preparing for another fianchetto with bishop g7, so castle, bishop to g7, and e5. Here white starts with a quick attack using the e file, so he wants to attack the knight right now and prepare for e6, try to destroy this pawn structure in front of the black king. D takes e5 was played, d takes e5, once again this knight is under attack, and here Jan played the move in between, so he didn't move the knight and he goes with the bishop from b7, take the knight on f3. So what is going on right now on the board? We can see that if the queen takes, then black can take a pawn on e5. So after bishop takes f3, white is forced to take with the g pawn and create the two bad pawns here. And also file in front of the white king is opened right now. So knight d5 and e6. Knight from 7 goes to f6, and after that c4, once again attacks the knight. So when b takes, this is a double pawn here on the c file, and in the future white can develop knight on a3, and after that take on c4, or try to do the same thing from the other side, knight d2, or take on c4. So e takes f7, it's a check, king takes f7. After that knight d2 was played, and bishop to h6. Knight to e4, he can take this pawn later with his queen from e2, and after bishop takes on c1, rook from a8 take on c1, knight take knight on e4, and it looks very logical to take it back with a double pawn from f3, play this one, f3 takes e4, but here Rauf decided to take with the bishop because he recognized that this knight is pinned right now because of the rook, and also he can prepare some attack if he moves the rook from f1 to d1 and also pin the knight once again on d file. e6, queen takes c4, queen g5, give a check. King goes to h1, rook h d8, support the knight, and rook f d1, rook a b8, b3. So this rook on b8 can be very active if he goes on b4, attacks the queen. But he first go with the knight on f4, threat to mate on the square g2 with the queen. So white need to go back with the queen on f1, that is one of the solution, or rook to g1. So he goes with the rook to g1, after that queen to e5, rook from c to e1, threat to give a check, discover this check with the bishop, and after that the queen is hanging. So queen d6 was played, rook to g4, attacks the knight, so he still wants to move the bishop somewhere, and after that rook and the queen will attack the knight. So rook b4 was played. After that white sacrificed the rook on f4, and queen takes f4, after that queen takes c5. So here white trade his rook from a g4 square for a knight on f4 and pawn on c5. Rook to b5 was played. After that queen a7, it's a check, king goes to f8, after that rook to g1, and a rook h5, threat to mate here. And the only way to defend this one is the rook g2, but he goes with the rook on g3 to break the connection, because if he goes rook to g2, then it's a mate on this way. Rook d1, it's a check, and when he covers the check, queen or rook can take on h2, and that will be mate. So after rook g3, queen goes to h6, and in this position Ralph decided to resign because he cannot defend the pawn on h2, and it's clear that it's a mate using this rook and the queen on h5 and using the rook from the d8, and he's also able to give a check on d1 and other check with the rook from h5 to square g2 h2, and that will be mate on the square g2 probably with the white king. So in this position Ralph resigned the game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.